sun blackened out, everything went dark, and the building shook with lightning and thunder.
Did you ever get a dream that predicted the future? If you haven't and you don't know about this, yes, it's a real thing. And that's exactly what happened to David many years ago while he was in the US Navy. Unfortunately, he didn't understand the warning and, well, you'll see what happened.
So I was actually stationed up in the Panhandle of Florida. I was married to my first wife, and I had this very powerful dream where we were on the third floor of the building where I worked, and I was with my team of guys up there, and I was out on the little walkway, and beautiful. I'll never forget. This dream was very beautiful, like a spring day, gorgeous, sunshine and blue sky, except this tiny little dark cloud, very dark, like black as coal off in the distance, but it was very small. And I turned to my buddies like, hey, you guys see this? Before I could turn back around, it was as if the cloud rushed upon us, engulfed the whole building, sun blackened out, everything went dark, and the building shook with lightning and thunder. And I remember when it hit, I dove and grabbed the legs of my desk, and then I woke up. And, the truth of my marriage was as I began to, take harder assignments, or I was willing to take harder assignments, things started to fall apart in our marriage. Let's put it that way. And we had a lot of problems, and, going to church and everything, but the church, everything's fine, but you peel back the roof on our house on any given day, not so fine, especially as I had made it clear that I was going to take the next hardest assignment that I could get my hands on. And it was going to happen because I wanted to promote and do all the hardest missions, do all the things. I'm still driven. And it's part of the military life. And if you marry a military guy, that's part of what you accept. But she had made up her mind not to. And so eventually, she supposedly she left Florida and supposedly was coming out to San Diego, taking on my kids. I have 4 children at the time and taking them on vacation. And just extended. Next thing I know, she calls me. This is what happened. So I'm at that, and I keep saying, when are you coming home? When are you coming home? What is going on? And there were all kinds of signs that clearly wasn't going to happen, but I was, ignoring it, trying to placate my own mind. And, anyway, but one night I was at the house by myself and I get this phone call and she just lays it out to me. Yes, the guy you think I'm involved with. Yes, I am involved with him. Yes, we're intimate. You're going to be getting divorce papers in the next couple of days, and that's it. And of course, I immediately broke down, and so I got to go. I hung up the phone, and as true as I'm sitting here before you, Gabriel, I no sooner put the phone on the receiver that lightning and thunder hit, shook the whole house, and I was leaning back against the wall in my bedroom. And it bounced my head off the wall. It was so hard and so vibrating. And then immediately the dream that I had about a year before struck me. And then I realized the Lord was trying to warn me this storm was coming. And I heard this voice in my mind, David, I tried to warn you. And I was destroyed. I was destroyed. But, I was so tortured by the thoughts of my wife with this guy. I couldn't even sleep out, and I was, demonic forces were attacking me, bro. I can't even tell you. I mean, I was having visions of demons lashing out at me in the darkness of my room by myself, just bitterly, still just crying, and I couldn't get to sleep. And what came to my mind? The 23rd Psalm. And I began to recite the 23rd Psalm to myself, and peace came over me. And God came to me in a very tortured moment in my life and did not abandon me, didn't let me just suffer. He comforted my soul with the 23rd Psalm. And it's to this day, it had always been special to me, but to this day, it's still